Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Washington Huskies and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Indiana head coach before the game. One of the big keys in this game plan here today is to get their transfer running back the ball. He has been terrific all season and really paced this team, but today he has an opportunity to go over 1,000 yards. He is early and often in the script. Coach said, we want to run the rock. Really make sure that he gets that mark, but more importantly, it helps our team win every Saturday when he's rolling. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for a gap. It's Richard. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Slips through the line. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Running inside. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
Gonna run it. It's Richard. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
To the air, it's Hoover. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll go to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
They'll run it on the counter. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Making side adjustments here. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Trying to get the edge. It's Washington. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because the first down you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Carr. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Washington right back to the line.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
The Huskies have this offense rolling. Here's Williams to throw. Fires to the right. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
A third down try for the offense. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quarterback may change this route. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes zoof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And he added the extra point. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
The throw to the outside is complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Washington will snap it in the red zone. He'll take it himself. Finding some room. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Washington. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Third down from the gun, Williams. And his throw is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Fourth down, Williams. Takes a hit as he fires. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. They just keep firing. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
On the direct snap, it's Morris. Plows through the defense. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. And the Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick pass and catch good enough for the first down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. Oh, they're after him. Gets rid of it. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Morris. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. see what they've got. On the snap, it's Washington. Makes it past the marker. Lots of room to run. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the #1 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Sooners in a little bit of hot water right now. They're down. I know we haven't even hit halftime, but anytime the #1 team in the country is losing, that's headline news. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Here's a give to Washington. Discards him with the stiff arm. There's a crease. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. A run inside. It's Clark. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On the direct snap, it's Washington. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Richard. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? These two guys just on the 6, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Got him. He smashes his way through again. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback moving. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they've regained the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Gets the back moving. Williams. They go to the wide receiver screen. At the 40, there he goes. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Williams will pass. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some 1st downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
Final play of the quarter coming. Now on the move. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the right. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Oh, man, and that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Trying to impose their will with the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Picks up the first down. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Morris. Runs through the tackle. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Sends it back in motion. Oh, he's looking to throw. Nobody falling for the tomfoolery, the chicanery, and it'll be 4th down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Crosses the 30. He's loose down the middle. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Huskies. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Washington stops the clock and its first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Just keeps slinging it. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Release to the back. Pulls it in. It's Richard. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to adjust the pattern. To throw, it's Cherry. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
Late in the game, fourth quarter, who's going to step up? Just a few seconds ago, it was the offense coming up with a big play offensively, but how about the defense answering with a sack of their own?
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Thanks to grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Washington. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Here's Williams. Throws to the wideout. What a grab with one hand.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Got enough for the first. Powers through. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Could be an alley. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.